Welcome back to the channel, and today I put together the perfect last-minute EDC gift ideas for Christmas. And if you see something in this video that you like, everything will be linked down below in the description. And since I don't usually recommend someone gift a knife guy or girl a knife unless you truly know that person and what they want, you're more than likely to get something that they're not too excited about. So even though I may have some knives at the end of this video, it's going to be focused more on EDC items. So I mainly picked other great EDC items that I know I would love to receive myself. So let's get right into it. First up, we have EDC flashlights. These are some of my favorites. We have a very small keychain light from RovyVon. This is the Aurora A1. Very lightweight and bright for its size, boasting 650 lumens for this little tiny package. And it's got USB-C rechargeable port on it. And it's only going to cost you 21 bucks. Bumping up in size a little bit, you have the Olight I3T 2 EOS. It's a AAA size compact flashlight that is pretty simple. It has a low and a high. The high is 200 lumens, which is plenty bright for most of your everyday tasks. I love the fact that it has a tail clicky and it has a two-way positional pocket clip. You can see here and here, and it's also removable. This is only going to cost you $18. Step it up a little bit more, and my pick is the Olight i5R EOS, more of like a AA size battery with 350 lumens, same clicky switch on the bottom right here, low and high. This one's going to run you 29 bucks. Olight makes a very high quality product. Bump it up in brightness, but still a nice compact package. I like this little guy. This is the Wurkos brand TS10. It has 1400 lumens, and it also has, on my particular one, it's a red auxiliary light whenever you're not in use. I don't always like to have that on, so sometimes I just unscrew it a little bit so I don't have that on all the time. This little light, excellent for its size. I like the fact that it's a tail clicky. It's got a two-way positional pocket clip on this one as well, and it's only going to run you 30 bucks. And last, this is a little bit more of a premium product coming from Olight. This is the Olight Baton 4 with the charging case. So you could keep this on your nightstand, and it keeps the light in here. Once it's in here, it's charging, and it tells you how many % the case has left. You can plug this into a power supply. It's USB-C rechargeable to charge the actual case. But if you need to travel and have a flashlight on you, keep it charged without any cords, this is one way to do so. This is a smaller light than the Wurkos. Has some nice texturing. All these are aluminum except this one, which is a plastic on the outside. Nice knurling on it. And it has a magnetic tail base. Excellent for sticking on a car hood or something like that. 1300 lumens with this one. And the light with the case is going to run you about 75 bucks. Next, we have my little bit larger, brighter flashlights. Great for hunting and camping. First one of my favorites because it's still a somewhat small light that could be EDC'd. This is the Olight Warrior Mini 3. Two-way positional pocket clips. Got that knurling on the aluminum. You got a click on this one, a tail click on this one for turbo mode. And you also have a side click to cycle through some of the modes. The Warrior Mini 3 is going to give you 1750 lumens, and it's going to run you 63 bucks. Step it up a little bit more. One of my favorites to take out in the woods, camping or hunting. It comes with this little belt clip light right here. This right here is the Nitecore P20IX. I love this light. It's a bigger light than the Warrior Mini, and it's going to give you 4,000 lumens, and it's got a USB-C charging port here. This one's going to run you $120, so definitely a step up in price. Then this one's fairly new to me, but I've been enjoying it a lot. Another one from Nitecore. Comes with this case, and it's a little bit bigger of a light than the previous. Nice knurling here. I love the fact that it's got a tail clicky. And it also has output switch here that also tells you your battery strength and what output setting you're on. This is my thrower. This thing shoots a beam 770 yards at 330 lumens. This thing will reach out and touch something. It has a 5300 milliamp battery, and it's going to run you about $85. I think that's a pretty good price for what you're getting here. Next up, we have bit drivers and bit storage. One of my favorites to recommend is this Wiha Stubby Torx And I say Torx because it stores 6 Torx bits in the backside, takes 1/4" bits. And Wiha are my favorite bits to use. They're hardened and they last the longest. I absolutely love Wiha, and that's the only ones I use. I've used tons of different kinds, and these are the only ones that last for me. The Stubby gives you a lot of grip to get a lot of torque if you have to break free something, and it's in a small package. This thing's only going to run you $22. I think it's excellent for a knife guy or girl that does maintenance or has to, tear down one of their knives. Next, we have the Oknife OCTACLE D1. This one's in titanium, and it takes the smaller micro bits. They're double-sided. They have Torx on these, and they also have this little window right here that has a flathead, a Phillips, and another Torx in there. It stores 3 double-sided bits. Excellent for vehicle carry, EDC pouch. And this one right here is good for just doing a quick tighten up on something, adjust your pivot to your knife. The bits aren't going to be as good as the Wiha, but like I said, this is just to make a quick, if a screw came loose on the body of your knife, you could tighten it up until you got home. This one's going to run you, because of the titanium, it's going to run you, I think, $20. If I'm wrong, I'll put it up here. Now, if you want something that is a little bit more unique and a little bit more of a premium product, we have the Big Idea Designs Bit Bar. This particular one is all titanium with a nice stonewash finish. It has a lanyard loop here, titanium pocket clip. It has 2 1/4" drive slots, top and then on the side, depending on how you want to use it. Both of them are magnetized, and then it has this little button right here that stores 8 bits of your choice. It comes with 8 bits. I've added some that I use the most often, Torx up here, and then you let that go. You can drop them in there. So it's nice storage and nice driver. So nice little tool. This is probably one of my favorite of the tools from Big Idea Designs. This one's going to run you back $125. So yes, it is a good bit more expensive, but it's a nice premium product. We also have a nice novelty one. If you know somebody who collects Zippos, this is a Zippo that was gifted to me by a subscriber. God, I can't think of enough. But inside I have the Zippo Bit Safe Insert, which, as you can see, it has a 1/4" drive slot. It's kind of hard to get it out because the magnet's pretty strong in there. If you need to in a pinch, you could, tighten something up. Then you can pull it out. It has storage for 3 different bits underneath here that's magnetized. You got a Phillips, a flathead, and a Torx, I think T20 in there. I'll probably end up putting a T8 in here or a T6, one of the two. But pretty cool. Not the most practical in the world, but for somebody that is into Zippos, I think that's a pretty cool little idea. Next up, I think a good high quality pen is an excellent gift idea for people who are into EDC or just somebody that works in an office. So these are my 3 favorites. We got 2 right here from Big Idea Design. The first one is their bolt action. Comes with an extra bolt tip. This one's a titanium Damascus, and it comes with it. Titanium body, and they have other materials as well. These are some excellent high quality pens. I love titanium pocket clip, and I love the little barreled thicker end right there. I find it writes a lot better. And then my most carried is probably this one. This is the Big Idea Designs Tie Pocket Pro. This thing right here, this pen right here accepts 80 plus different refills. So I can promise you your favorite refill will probably fit in this one. It's nice and compact. It fits in a lot of my EDC pouches, and it's lightweight being that it is titanium. The bolt action one's going to run you around $105. The Tie Pocket Pro is going to run you $79. I think this one is the best bargain of the 2. And probably my 3rd favorite is the Tactile Turn Side Click. This one's also in titanium, and it has beautiful micro milling. That's probably my favorite part of this, and a milled titanium pocket clip on here. So you click it here and then release it with that button. Yeah, definitely fidgety if that's your thing. The Side Click TI is going to run you $99, and this one has a Pilot G2 mini cartridge. All 3 of these outstanding products. The Tactile Turn is made in the USA. I don't know about these. I know they are going to be producing some in-house, but I think they're made overseas at this moment. Next up, we have knives with replaceable blades, and I know a lot of people have used these before, and they're excellent for people who like to hunt, so if you need to dispose of the blade, or people on the job sites. They're really good for those purposes. The first one right here is the Outdoor Edge Razor VX5 with carbon fiber overlay on G10. These right here take 420J2 blades. They're type 300 and 301 razor safe blades. This one's very easy to change out. You press this button and you pull the blade out. Press the button to put the blade back in. This one's riding on bearings and it has a pocket clip as well. Flips pretty good and it's fairly comfortable on hand. Now the 420J2 blades are going to go dull a lot quicker than this one. And this one, it may be a little bit thinner. I don't even think it is. So this one's not my favorite of the bunch because this one's going to come in at $70. Comes with 3 of the non-serrated blades and 1 with a half serration on it. This particular one right here is definitely my favorite of the bunch. This is the Olitans TO24. It has titanium scales, vibrant yellow G10 backspacer with a lanyard hole. The action on this thing is remarkable. I reviewed and tested this blade to make sure it wouldn't come loose on me. I used it hard and I absolutely love this knife. I've recommended it to so many different people. A couple of my buddies that work in the chemical plant industries, I've bought several of them this knife. And what's so cool about this one is it also has replaceable blade or interchangeable blades. Comes with this nice drop point. You get a reverse tanto blade, non-serrated, and you get a sheep's foot blade that's fully serrated. All 3 of these blades are in 9CR 18 MOV, which is a good budget steel. That's what Civivi and Syncut use a lot on some of their more affordable knives. And like I said, I tested this one. It performed outstanding. And it's very easy to sharpen this one back up. These you're not going to want to sharpen back up. Not to mention, I think this whole package is far better than this one. And this one's only $54. This one's $70. They do have a G10 option that's cheaper, but you're getting a lot more for this. They also offer different blade shapes as well, other than these 3. You just unscrew this thumb stud right here, pull this off, and then it's held up here and here, which is held nice and tight. Remove the blade, put on whatever one you want. So if you dull this one out, you can slap another one on, or if you need the serrations, you can slap one of those on. I'm not a big fan of these serrations. They're not the best, but the 2 fine edge ones work really great. And just look at this action for a $54 knife. I absolutely love it. Comes with a deep carry pocket clip. Now it is tip up, right hand carry only, but an outstanding gift for those outdoorsmen or people on the job sites or just yourself. Next, we have keychain multi-tools, which I find very useful. One of my favorites is the Leatherman Micra. This one gets used quite often. It has a nice size pair of scissors that work really well. I've used them for quite some time and they're still pretty darn good. Maybe a few dings here and there. And you have a small little set of tools also in here to do something in a pinch. Then the nail file is probably the thing I use second most often. You also have a little small blade on here. Nice little compact tool that you could put on a keychain, put it in the 5th pocket of your jeans, or throw it in an EDC pouch. That's excellent for this. These will run you about $50. Then we have Victorinox smaller models. My favorite Victorinox in this size is the Mini Champ Alox. Has a bunch of different tools in here. Blade, scissors. I'm not going to pull them out. This one's a little bit thicker and has the aluminum Alox scales on it. Excellent. A small multi-tool. This is just something to get you by in a pinch. And then, of course, one of the all-time favorites across the board for Victorinox is the classic SD. Now, this one is the Alox version. The Mini Champ's going to run you about $40. And I don't remember exactly how much the Alox version of the classic SD is, but you get a nice little scissor, which is probably the most used for this one as well. You get a little fingernail file and cuticle cleaner, and you have a little small blade on here as well. You'd be surprised on how much you could get done with one of these in just your day-to-day task. Next, we step it up a little bit more in size in the multi-tools. We have the Victorinox Pioneer X, one of my favorite of their larger Swiss Army knives. You have the blade, you have the can opener, you have the bottom cap lifter, flathead, scissor, and all with the Alox scale on it. This is going to run you about 60 bucks. Love the Pioneer X. And then as far as bigger multi-tool, I love this Victorinox Swisstool Spirit X. Still fairly new to me, but I got to use it this weekend and I like it a whole bunch. It's very smooth. It's very smooth on the open. Nice precision to those pliers right here, the needle nose pliers. They got a cutter, even though they're not replaceable, but they're very easy to open and close. The curved handles are nice and comfortable. All your tools are on the outside. They lock. And here's all your tools. I'm not going to go through all of them, but my most used out of this one is definitely the saw, and then next would probably be this file. The Spirit X also comes with this nice little leather carrying case, and it's going to run you about 127 bucks. Well, if the person you're buying for is into knives, he's definitely going to like this. This is the Oknife Exploit tool roll, and I absolutely love it. I bought 3 of these so far. It's made of wax canvas on the outside. Got this nice piece of shock cord that has a little loop here with a little, to keep things closed. Snap buttons right here for extra security. Open it up, you have that nice velvet lined interior, so you're not going to scratch up your knives, and if you need to wipe them off, you could. You have 6 slots to store knives, EDC gear, flashlights, whatever you want to store in here, watches. It works great for all those. Then you also have Velcro in the front of each one of these if you want to jazz it up and make it your own. These things only cost 20 bucks. I think that's an outstanding bargain for what you're getting here. And lastly, we have some EDC fixed blades that I can highly recommend. There's no secret that Moore knives are outstanding, and these are 2 of my favorite. They have so many different versions, but here we have the Morakniv Kansbol. It has a compound grind on it. TPE handles, very comfortable. This one performs nice. It's only going to run you 36 bucks. These sheaths just work, nothing fancy. And then the next is my Morakniv Bushcraft Black. I absolutely love this one, especially if I'm doing any kind of woods chores. This is my most used. It's in carbon steel. It's got a little, it's coated right here. I guess that's why they call it the black. And this is like a rubbery textured handle. Very comfortable. And this thing eats wood like nobody's business. Then we have 2 regular fixed blades that I absolutely love, especially for the price tag. First, I got this one this year. This is the Kansept Korvid S fixed blade. And it's an excellent EDC fixed blade. It even comes with a little pocket clip to clip it to the pocket. Nice kydex, nice retention. And this particular one is the more affordable one with the 14C 2010 cleaver shaped blade that slices very well. It's nice and thin, performs nicely, and it's going to be very versatile. I have my Carta scales. They have G10 options as well. Full tank construction. This one's only going to run you 59 bucks, and I think it's an excellent deal. I love 14C. This is probably the best deal of the 2 and probably my most recommended fixed blade. It could be an EDC fixed blade. That's how I got it I'm carrying it. I have an Alti clip on it, the smaller Alti clip to clip it to the front pocket or the back pocket. Excellent kydex sheath. Very versatile drop point blade, and this one's in 154 cm. It's going to hold an edge for a good amount of time. Full flat grind, so it slices very well. It's nice and thin, compact, contoured scales, removable scales, full tank construction. This thing's awesome, and it only costs 47 bucks. That is insane. I've gotten tons of use out of this, and I absolutely love it. And lastly, if you want to jazz up a knife, this is one way to do so that I absolutely love. These are some aftermarket scales from Original Goat. They make some very high quality USA made aluminum and titanium scales for a lot of different knives. This is the Hogue Ritter RSK and the RSK Mini. 2 different milling patterns on these 2 scales. This one has like a brighter finish to it. This one's more of a matte color. It absolutely has transformed these knives and makes them new again. And in my opinion, it makes it look like a much more expensive knife. They're some of the best quality scales I've ever bought. And I highly recommend the Original Goat scales. They have scales for the Hogue Deca. They have some for the Spyderco Manix. They have a lot of different knives. I will have them linked down below. You can just go check their site to see what all they offer. Well, that does it for today's video. Like I said, if you saw anything that you like, make sure to check down below. I will have everything linked. They are affiliate links, so if you want to help support what I do here on the channel, I would appreciate it, but no sweat if you don't. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave those down below. I hope everybody's having an absolute amazing day. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.